Okay, in this video we are going to talk all about the posts and how to make a post, how to get the post to where you want it to go, and yada yada yada. So, number one, you have to come in through the back end. You're in the dashboard and you have to go to posts. This is where you see all posts. Right here, these are the posts that you have right now. These here are drafts, and this one is the only one that is published so far. You can see that also here. It'll say published here. Now, what is this? Now, this hello world, I'm going to take this away because this really, WordPress puts this in everywhere. So we don't need this. So I'm going to move this to trash. So we have right now 4 posts that we can see here. One is the David Taylor workshop that I believe Stephanie has put up here. Then there's a portraiture facing feature head-on Stephanie Goldman draft. This I set up for you. It's a test class post which has just it's just a little bit more styled than what you did like on the pages. For example, Ken's page, I copied this over here because I want to show you how to do this all a little bit better to utilize some of the features and some of the nice things that Divi has to offer and a WordPress site has to offer to you. So I want to show this to you. We'll start really easy. First, we're just going to say, okay, first let's just add a new post. Let's start there. So we would either you go here, add new, you can go here, add new. Or when you're in the very first dashboard, there's also, I think, around here where you can just type in and you could start a draft post. So right now we're going to just say add new. Okay, so wait till all of this has come up and the Divi builder until you see the Divi builder. This, since the last update, it keeps setting itself to right sidebar, so you have to choose full width. Just make sure that it's on full width. I'm going to try to check the Divi settings if I can turn that off and put it put the default onto full width. So okay, this is how the back end looks just always when you have a new page or a new post. They pretty much look the same. So here you would add your title, whatever that is. Okay, then here you already have the beginning of a page. Now all you have to tell Divi here now is how many columns do you want. What are columns? Columns are just so to speak, either here's where you decide if you want to have your text go over the full width of your page, or for example you could do something like this. You could have you could use like a half and half like this one, and then over here you could insert an image, and over here you could insert text, for example, and then you have kind of like a split screen. Things are next to each other. And there's many different variations to achieve those kind of things. Let's just say we're just going for like a one column where we just have text over the entire thing. Okay, so we're just going to click on that. Now it's asking us, it doesn't look any different than before. I want to make sure that you know that it doesn't look different than before. Now you can go insert module. And here, really what you want to do is you want to go and select text. So once you select the text, this now looks like like what you did on the class page, which you actually didn't utilize the Divi builder. So, but this here is now, it's just like that, but we're inside the Divi builder. So here you can type, you know, anything for your class, anything you need, any text you put in here. You can insert media here if you want to. If you want to treat it just like a regular picture, you could. I'm just grabbing something that's there, okay? So, and here it is. It's inserted. And here you would say whatever. And don't forget, this will expand however long you need this. So you wouldn't have to worry about that. So that is one thing. But, I mean, you don't have to insert the image here. You could also, you know, have the image freestanding and just have the image just separate from the text. So those are, it depends, whatever you want to do. If you have the image separate from the text, what are the benefits? Well, the benefits definitely would be that you would be you can move things around. Let's say, as I had said to you before, you would change this to like a 2-column setting, and then you could just grab the image and drag it over into one of the columns and then have the text in the other column. So that's really all. And of course, on the image you can also, you know, check out the alignment. And here again you can decide, you know, how wide you want this image to show up. So if you look at this, and again, we are in the back end of your, you know, WordPress site, but the models and all the, you know, these, the purple things, they will always look exactly the same no matter if we're in the front or in the back. So here I said, instead of having it full width, I centered it and I made it a little smaller than the full width is. So it's just, you know, however you like these kind of things. And then of course you can drag this on top, and then it's the image sits on top of the text. Or as I said to you before, if you decide that, oh baby, I like it better like this, and then you can drag the text over here, and then you have the image left, the text here. I'm going to save this as a draft so we can preview it. All right, come on. I'm wondering if you are working on it right now as well. Oh, so this is the page that you set up. I wanted to show this to you. So here on this page, as I said, you didn't use the Divi builder at all. So you just treated this page kind of like a post, really. So you didn't really take advantage of all the things you could have taken advantage of. That's really all I wanted to tell you. Okay. All right. I have connection lost problems. Disk. All right. This connection is better, apparently. Okay, so let's preview this. Okay, so this is, as I said, we here actually, this is actually very good. Here you can see exactly the difference between what happens when you insert the image via the insert media into the text box. It just pulls, because they have captions, it pulls the caption in automatically without you telling it to do it, and it adds this border because it has a caption. So that's what it does automatically. Here, however, the only way you can take this off is you're gonna have to physically take it off inside the module. So I highly recommend that you do this. You know, of course, unless you want to have a caption underneath, but I think this, just adding it into an image module, is just going to be easier. That's what I think. So this is how you make a new post and how you utilize the Divi builder and how you can style it. Okay, and of course now, as you just saw, I was in the front end of it, and of course you could have enabled the visual builder and now, you know, modified everything and added more things on the front end. And the only thing I want to say to this is, you have to at first set it up in the back end. So you have to go add new, you have to make sure that you have the Divi builder in there, and then you just have to decide what kind of layout you want on this post. You know, maybe you want two pictures and some text on the side, you know, picture with something underneath, the picture with something underneath, and then maybe here just text, 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 whatever. There could be, you know, there's lots of options with different, how to play with different things. So that is number one. Yeah, and then just insert modules. As I said before, it's easier to put the image in a separate image module and then manipulate it from the module, and you know, size it and do whatever you need with it, rather than adding it into the text box and having it pulled in through the text module. So then here are the categories. I think you already saw that, and you do know what to select. So whoever, you know, this is about, if it's them, make sure you take uncategorized off, you know, whatever. If it's obviously, if it's Ken's class, you would only select Ken. If it's Stephanie's class, only Stephanie's class. And this would be, you know, for, I don't know how you want to categorize that, but there you go. And we can make more categories if you want. So that is all possible. All right. So I'm going to save this as a draft, just so you can go into the back end today or tomorrow and look at it, and you'll see it. Okay, so back to all posts. So that was just in basic, how do I make a post and utilize the Divi builder. Okay. Oh, I do want to add one more thing to this. There are also some other things you can do. Now, you could say load layouts. Now, under load layouts, there's some pre-made layouts that you have access to. So let's just select a category and let's just pick something. All right, let's just pick this. So here you have a bunch of different pages that have already different modules in it, and all you need to do is change the image, change the text, and you can use any of these different layouts. Now, blog really just means like your archive, your very first page. So don't select this for an actual layout for a post, but you could use this. You could use, this landing page. You could use probably this, maybe even this project page or this project page, something like that. I just wanted to make sure that you knew there is an option like that. Um, let's go back to all posts. All right, so as I had said, I had made you this. This is already styled, hopefully in a way that you like it. If you don't like it, that's okay. All you have to do is tell me and we can make changes to it. And if you don't have to use it, also I want to make sure that you know that now. But if you want to reuse this, what I would call a template, then all you have to do is you're going to say duplicate this, and that goes for anything that if you have, you finally set up a way you like how your classes look, then to get to the for the next class, which you would do a next post, you wouldn't go to add new, you would just copy that post that you liked and then just make changes to, again, the images and the text. Okay, so here's test class post and there's test class post. That's the one that we just copied. Okay, so I'm going to edit this one. I'm going to show you how to modify this and what it looks like. All right, let's see. I'm going to grab that Ken, the page that you made for Ken with the workshop. Again. Okay, so I am just going to take all of this. Oh no, that probably won't work. Okay, never mind. That's not what I meant. Okay, I'm assuming this is the would be the title, so I'm going to copy this over. I'm also going to edit this because sorry. Make sure when you change the permalink here, that everything needs to be in lowercase and everything needs to be connected with a dash. Okay, painting and drawing the human figure. Yes, I'm a very slow typer. Oh. Okay. All right, so now this is gonna look really funny. There's a lot of stuff here, but it's just it looks intimidating just because it's long, but it's really fun, so I think you might like it. So let's use, okay, so this is what the back end looks like. There's a lot of text and buttons and titles and dividers and images and all kinds of fun things all over here, okay, with an email opt-in and dividers and titles and social media follow and all kinds of really exciting things. So again, this here, the categories, you only find in the back end, so make sure that you always set that in the back end. Okay, so now as soon as this is saved, like I say, I double and triple save. Whenever I click anything, I like to save right after it. So I'm Massive saver. Okay, let's use the visual builder and let's look what it looks like. I don't know if you can hear my cat. She's going crazy. She's running around like a little crazy kitten. All right, so now this is the title right now. This is how it looks right now. This is just, we're going to take this part off, but again, we have to do that in the back end. So here is what the template looks like. So here, this would be the title, this subtitle. I had envisioned that you would put here like when and time, so time and date, and there's, if it has like a level or for intermediate student or beginners or whatever. I don't know if if that is something how you distinguish your classes. If not, you can just, you edit it, you just delete it. Okay, so you just, again, you here, you hover over it, you click on always the gray. In the gray is where you find the place to make changes. So click, and then, you know, this is, you can also edit directly in here. I don't know if you know that, but something like this, you know, and you could, it gives you a little bit of some editing features here. For example, you can decide if you want to underline this, maybe italicize and bold. Very basic, nothing big, but at least, you know, you have that. And of course you can, it's just like this one, but here you have a little bit more editing features. Not really a lot, but hey, a little bit. So that is all good, we'll say yes, you know, and you edit, then you edit this one the same way. You click here, then you can edit right in it like this. Then here's just, you know, it's kind of like this. I would, yeah, this could be more of the saying now painting and drawing the human figure. Let's do it this way. Painting and drawing the human figure. Oh, okay, so because I said I was going to do the whole thing, so doesn't want to, oh, I know why. Alright, let's see when this is. Ticket show time. Aha. March 26th through May 14th. And it is 1 through 4. Mondays 1 through 4. Do you have like a intermediate level? Nope. 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 Oh, there's another one. I didn't realize you had 2 different ones on this one. Make sure that you put just 1 class per post, because it's hard to explain at this point because I can't show it to you yet. But once we have a bunch of posts, that's when we can pull them into the front and we can you know, display them, and then every time you add a new one, it would automatically then, you know, replace the most, you know, the oldest one on the front page, and you would always see the latest classes first. So that's why you need to make sure that you don't add two classes to the same post. Obviously you added it on a page just because you wanted to have it, but as I said, you're not really utilizing all the beautiful things that this has to offer. So okay, I just left this here under difficulties. Maybe I don't know. So here you have course overview. So this is sorry. And I don't know, there's course overview, course outline. I don't know if you want something else, you know, here's where you add the price. This is a button. So I don't think we've talked about buttons yet. I think the rest you see what I'm saying here. Of course, you can change this and have a different outline. You don't have to have like a subhead here again, however you prefer that, but this is kind of like how it will display. Then here's a button, and this is the Enroll Now button. I see here that you have tickets, right? So this would be the link. All right, so I am going to I copied this link, and I'm going to show you how to modify this button now to then go to the link. Again, it's the gray one, the module setting, and we're clicking on it. Now here you can, this is the button text. So you said tickets, so here I can say tickets again. Then the link goes right here. So this one right here under button URL, that's where you paste the link. And then here URL opens. I would not do in the same window. I would go into a new tab, which means when they click here, because it takes them out of your site, it's always better to then open a new tab, like a new here, have that going on here, and then people can easily enough go back to your site because they're still there. So always do in the new tab. And of course there's design, but this is already styled, so you don't need to really change anything there. You can just say okay. So now after we save this, if we would publish it, this button now goes to the ticket set. Now this template has some other things. I thought it would be fun if I would give you maybe a kind of like a little display gallery if you have you know, other images from, oh, by the way, of course this is a background image as well, that I used one of Ken's painting here. Of course, in order to change this top painting here, you need to go, this is a background in the blue. So you need to go to the blue, check the background, and here it is. And here you can change the image. Now it has a gradient over it so that you can really read the text over the image really well. So keep that in mind. The gradient, even if you change this picture, the gradient should stay right here. So nothing else. Please don't change anything else because it's just how it's aligned there. All right, next thing. Oh yeah, so I thought it would be fun to give you here like a little gallery if you have some additional, you know, images from that class. If not, you just take this whole, see this whole section, you take it out. You just go done. So now this is just another button where I thought, hey, this could now go to browse more of Ken's classes, for example, and then the link could go to let me think. Yes, see here actually on this page, should be a module that pulls in just the blog posts from here that are tagged with the category Ken. And then what we would do is we would link this to this page that then shows all of Ken's classes, because it automatically pulls them into this as an archive page. So that's the background of it. That's why I want you to be very vigilant about using the Divi builder the way I'm trying to tell you how to use it. I mean, I'm not one of those like, okay, I'm going to demand that you use it this way. It's just because I'm trying to set it up for you so that a lot of things when you maintain it yourself later on will be happening automatically. Like on your front page, when you add a new class, it'll automatically come to the class. If you add a new product into your store, and you say, okay, this, you want to feature something else, or you want to feature the new product in your store, then it'll automatically appear on your front page. So I just want to make it easy for you. Then you don't have to worry to put these things into certain places. You just have to like write one post, publish it, and you're done. Everything else then will happen automatically. So by the way, you might have seen before whenever I'm in something where there is some kind of text. Oh. What happened? Don't know what happened. I'm going to show it to you. It's a little browser plugin, which is really nice. I don't know if you use it, but I wanted to give you the option to see what it is. Yeah, no, this little thing. This is called Grammarly. It's a free plugin. I've discussed with you before that I am using Chrome, and it's just Chrome has the ability to also use little plugins. It is, if you go, I think it's in preferences. Oh, here, extensions. You would go to extensions and you search for Grammarly, this, and you install it, and it's a fabulous little plugin for your browser. Wherever you write something, it spell checks for you, and then it underlines and suggests better spelling. I like it. It works very well for a non-native American speaker. Okay, so this, like I say, this we would actually should then go to this page, and this page should actually just be an archive page of the posts from Ken's classes. Okay, so then below this I have a subscribe to our newsletter. You can say whatever you want here. This is just where people put the email in and subscribe, and if you want, you can add your address, call us, email us, or you can take any of these out or all of these, delete this entire row. Now these are social media icons. I suggest that you leave them down there because I know we have them down here, but they're just a little bit more fun. They're, easier to see here, and in order to get to them, here, this is where you add your account. So you go to Goldman Fine Art, or you could directly link to Ken in this case, because it's Ken's class. So but again, you don't have to. It's just here as an option if you would want to. So you can save it as a draft, or you can publish it. Oh, I wanted to show you in the back end. All right, I'm going to go back into the back end now. So because right over here it says post title show, and if you use this template, because you have the title will display right here, you will go hide, and now you won't see this twice. There will not be this weird white strip between the actual post and the nav bar on top. So now because we just published this, we can go to your website and we can go to news and special events, which is where ta-ta, your things come up. All right, we need to add an image here for this post, and in order for it to show up with an image there, you need to do this, set featured image. Did you see where that was? Let me do that again. So here again, you're in the back end. Okay, here's where you changed all titles and text and things to your liking, and button links. We did that all in the front end because it's easier, because you can see what it is and it's easier to change. So here, if you scroll down, featured image, set featured image. So which is, if I can find it, why can't I find it? There he is. All right. So I added the featured image. I'm updating it now. And now when we go to news and special events, here's the image, the featured image. This is the title, and then this I'm going to show you. It shows like everything that it says there, but you can also decide what you want this to say, and I'll show you how to do that. Same, here. And then if somebody's, you can click on it, and that goes to the actual post. And as you can see here now, we don't have this weird awkward like title, so it's just a really nice clean big kind of backgroundy image that this is just, it's about Ken. That's why I picked this. And then here's the, you know, course description and outline and blah 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 and how much, and here, you know, open link. I'm going to just show you how. Here it goes to ta-da. And then, like I said, we didn't set the link for this yet because, as I said, there's a little problem with this. But it's okay, we'll fix it. And then here's, somebody can subscribe to your newsletter. And as I said, if you want to keep this, you can. You don't have to. You can take this out. It's all good. So that is the plus of using posts. Plus, once we get to your front page, and I need to fix this still for you, and we go down here, and yeah, we'll see where we'll add you know, we could add it here like a full-size strippy in some color just to break this up again. But I'll leave that up to you, however you want to do it. Here, this could be the or above these where the videos are right now. Oh, by the way, you could also we could link to this button. We could link to Ken's videos. That could work. That would be good. I mean, a link to his videos if somebody wants to take his class, and it's like, oh, here I can see how he draws and you know how he develops his picture. I think that could be good. So see Ken in action. This is the URL for the button, and again, I'm a fan of in a new tab. So I'm going to show you what this is going to look like. Like I said, this middle little eye is always, see, right here, and when you hover over it, it gives you a little arrow. So you click and you're done. All right, I'm going to save this. So that's how this works. Like I say, if you wanted to, you could take that bottom piece off. And in order to do that, this is where the address and call us, the phone number and the email is in, and this is the social media folder. As I said to you, you can just, you know, nix the whole section. You don't have to have this, but if you nix this section, you also need to nix the divider. And that would be the post for this. Now, don't forget that I didn't fill out all the text, and as I said to you, you don't have to use this. Now, if you don't want to use this and you rather wanted to look like these test posts, just, you know, the plain one that I just made, I'm going to like publish this as well, just so you can see. Now on this one, I left the post title to show. So here's the test, here's the title, here's our two columns, the image and our text. And when we now go to news and special events, which is your blog post, see, it pulled this because this was the latest one. It pulled this. This is now on top of this. And then the second one is this, and then the one on the bottom is this. So as you can tell, every time you publish a new post, it'll come right here and it'll be the top one. Oh, I still haven't fixed this. I thought I did. And that's it. Does that make sense? Please ask me any more questions you have about this. But in general, make each class one post, and then right here, this, either this page or any other appropriate page, we'll make an archive just for Ken's classes, and then under your name we'll make an archive of just your classes. And as I said, over here, the categories, this is how this is the identifier that will then pull it into the archive onto each separate page. I hope I explained this well. I really hope so. Please ask me any questions you have. Okay? Bye bye.